Okay, all right. We were talking about multi-dimensional list. So if you define 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and this is my list. And for this list, okay, that's because of comma missing. So you have to have a comma after the. Okay. Now, if you want to access the first element of this multi-dimensional list, first of all, let's check. Um, I don't think it will work here, but I'm just giving it a try. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Okay, fine, no worries. So if I want to access the first element of this list, you see what is happening. The entire index for the list inside it is taken as 0. So 0 is pointing at this entire thing. Likewise, first value is pointing to this. First index is this. Likewise, the first index is second index is that. But I want to access that in negative, just so that we know negative indexing also works. So if you type -1 or 2, so it points here. Now how do I access this first element? To access that first element, anyway my pointer should point to this. So if I type 0, I'll get 1, 2, 3. Inside that again I'll have to type a 0 in order to get first element. Okay, if in order to type second element, I have to type uh, 1. Okay, then I will get 2. Are you understanding this indexing part? So
Yes, yes.
in order to access this, you'll have to pass 0, 0. Access in order to access this, you'll have to pass 0, 1, and this would be 0, 0, 2. Okay, and then this would be 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, and then this would be sorry, this would be 1, 0, right? Nobody corrected me. Okay, this would be 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. This would be 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. So if I type list of 2 comma 2, I'll get 9. Okay, this element. Now in a negative way, how do you access this same 1 to 9? So list of, in a negative direction, in order for you to access, because negative goes from here, right? -1, this is -2, this is -3. In order to access this 1 here, which is present here, this is -1, -2, -3. First I'll specify -3, and then inside -3 again it goes in a right to left fashion only. This is -1, -2, -3. Okay, this is again -3. You see, you got 1. Likewise, how do you access um, 2? Or let's try 9. Okay, let's try 9. 2 is easy because no. 9, how do you access the last element, which is this? You have to access -1 first, then again -1. You're going in negative direction. -1, again -1. So you get 9. Is this understood? Accessing the
Yes, Sada.
indexes and yeah, okay.
Yes, yes, Sadi. Yes.
Okay. And now if you want to access slicing certain part of it in such a way that I want to access only 654 to 321. So here -2 I will specify. Okay, -2, start from -2, and I'm saying this is -3. But watch what happens. -3. If I type -2 to -3, see, ideally this is my -1, this is my -2, and this is my -3. But indexing is not working, no, here. Sorry, slicing part is not working. If I type -2, I will get this. Okay. If I type -3, I'll get this. But together they are not working. So how do I access that is, if I specify minus 2. Okay, start at minus 1. Let's see. Minus 1 up until minus 3. Then also you're getting negative only. So in a okay, let me try in positive first before I even show you how to do it. Okay, so in positive direction it's working just fine. So this is 0, this is 1, and whatever the value you pass, that won't be printed, that minus 1 value will be printed, right? So in order to access this, I'll have to specify 3 here. Okay, now how do I access the same thing in a negative direction is, you have minus 1, go to let's just say minus 4. Let me try. Still empty. So essentially what you learn here is slicing for multi-dimensional arrays. Okay, multi-dimensional lists does not work in negative direction, although you are specifying it using 1 colon. But with one minor change, let me see. Only one minor change I will do. I will add one additional. Okay, one additional thing. So what is happening here? Can you tell me? So if you add one more colon, essentially what you are saying is fetch me the um first row, okay, with along with all the columns. Fetch me the first row along with all columns. Okay, and this is step size. Okay, the max value basically. Okay, the way how it works is, let me access that also first. First row, all columns. I will say all rows, all columns, and then fetch me. So you got everything. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
Sadiq, sorry.
Yeah. Tell me.
750 cell. I didn't get it. Can you?
750. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Huh.
explain. So the thing is, how you have to imagine this is this whole thing. Okay. Hold on. You have to see this in the form of rows and columns. So let's just say you have this 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 3 rows, 3 columns. So with positive indexing means this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and column wise also uh, in this direction it goes, right? 0, this is 1, this is 2 indexing, and likewise for columns also you have a indexing value 0 comma 0, 0 comma 1, 0 comma 2. This is positive indexing, right? And negative indexing is also there. In negative indexing, this is your okay, row wise this is your minus 1 row, this is minus 2, this is minus 3, and column wise also you have minus 1 and minus 2 and minus 3. Is this understood? Because in order to access 9 you'll have to pass 1 comma minus 1 comma minus 1, or you can pass 2 comma 2. Okay, that is what you have done here. If you notice 2 comma
Yes.
2 you got 9 here, and minus 1 comma minus 1 you got 9 here, because minus 1 comma 1 also points to 9. Okay, and 2 comma 2 also points to 9. Now because these are rows and columns, okay, we can't specify this way. You can't pass row value and column value, but instead in order to do that you have to use it two colons. Instead of one you have to use 2 colons. When I don't specify any colons here, it means fetch me everything. Okay, this is also same. List of this is also same. Okay, or let me try maybe differently, will be much better. This is also same. Okay, this is also same, and it's 0. And list of okay, distance will be not tuple. Okay, fine. This is 0 to minus 1, 0 to minus 1. List indices must be integers or slices. Okay, fine. I have to check that why that's not working. Ideally, it has to work. 1, okay, 0, comma. No, okay, fine, no worries. So, if you pass single colon, what you are essentially telling is fetch me certain row and fetch me certain column. Okay, if you pass single ellipse, you're saying fetch me certain row, fetch me certain column, and that's why if you don't specify anything, it means fetch me everything. That's why you are able to get here. And for two columns also, fetch me something, fetch me all rows, fetch me all columns in batch sizes. Now for negative index, what you have to specify is list of, if you add 2, fetch me minus 1. So you get, what you are saying is fetch me, this is what you are saying, fetch me minus 1. Okay, row first values, this first value stands for rows. Okay, this stands for column, this stands for batch size. First fetch me first row, that is what you're saying here. So you'll get everything. And you're, because you're not specifying any column, you are not getting any, you're getting all columns. Okay, you're getting all columns in all 0 1 2, and you're getting this value. Okay, now how do you fetch everything basically from this value to this value? Either you don't pass anything, or you pass from minus 1 to minus 3. Okay, I will try that now. 1 second. Minus 1.
Swapnil, can you please mute?
Sorry.
So either you can pass minus 1, or you can, okay, first let's test the column part, so that you understand. Column value is minus 2. Okay, because minus 3 doesn't exist, so minus 1. So here I'll pass minus 1. Okay, you got from minus 1 to minus 2. Okay, I think slicing in negative direction is not working. Okay, it doesn't work maybe. Only
What if you give higher number first, Sadif, like -2 and -1?
minus 2 and minus 1. Okay, but that is fetching you row values, right? Not column values. So in order to fetch column values, I'm still checking. If you pass minus 2 is this. This is where minus 2. Okay, this row value minus 2. But if I pass a positive value, then also it doesn't work. Okay, anyway, so just don't worry about this. I will check and let you know this as well. The indexing part tomorrow. Um, what was that? Negative indexing for multi-dimensional, multi-dim list. Okay. Um, all right. So negative indexing and slicing, not indexing, slicing part. All right. Uh, okay, fine. No worries. For now, just understand that at least in a positive way, you are able to get. If you want to get the same thing with positive indexes, slicing part, you can simply specify specify the values. Either you can, if you want to get only 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, you can simply specify 1, 1, 2, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, sorry, n plus 1, right? So you can get this. In positive direction, you are able to get the slicing. In negative direction, I will check and let you know tomorrow. But at least up until this point, do you have any doubts? Anything in methods and strings?
No,
No,
sir.
No?
no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. Now, tuples is a very short topic. We'll move on to tuples. Okay. Tuples is a very short topic. Now, for tuples, the difference between lists and tuples is tuple elements are immutable. Okay. Once you define, they are defined. That's it. There is no going back. Okay. So, in tuples, if I, for example, if I have defined data science here, that's it. You can't modify data. Neither you can modify data, nor you can, although you can extend this tuple, you can do the updation of tuples, but you can't really modify the elements, modify the tuple itself, other than deleting it. Okay. um, so that is why, because tuples are immutable, there are not many supported methods. There are only count and index and some updation methods, which I'll show you. Yeah. Okay. And even before this, I just forgot. You can get min values also. Min values of, if I type list, what is the minimum value? You'll get this value. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And if I type max value of L2, what is the max value? You can get, okay, L2 doesn't exist, is it? L4. Yeah. So max value is Yasin. So in, if you see in L4, there were only Swapnil and Yasin. Max value was Yasin because of this letter Y. Okay, so that way max value, min value, and then you can also calculate the length. Okay, so length, there are 7 elements in L2. If you type L2 here, you can see this. I forgot, I'm sorry. So you can just understand min, max, and len will works. So, likewise, let's move on to tuples. The easiest way to create a tuple is just by defining a common bracket. So if you define a tuple like this, it's a tuple. And if you type type of t, you have a tuple class. Okay, now for tuples especially, because there is not much methods. Okay, we will see what are available, but there is another way to create a tuple also. T1 is equal to, if you see tuple, you can use the keyword tuple here. If you type tuple, it's a empty tuple. Okay, it's an empty tuple, and this also belongs to tuple class. So two different ways. One is specifying a common bracket, another one is passing a tuple keyword. Okay, and if I type, let's just say the empty tuple that I have, I will go on to modify it by destroying it and recreating a new one. Let's just say I have AB, uh, then I have C, then I have D. So this is one tuple, and I have another tuple T1, where I have a tuple values of only 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, so if I want to add these tuples, okay, so see what happens. If I add T1 and T2, you can get a tuple. Basically, addition is supported. Okay, and if I want to multiply, so you can get a multiplication also, but multiplication has to be with a number, same as strings. Okay, um, so addition is supported, multiplication is supported, and you can likewise check the length of t. Okay, and you can check the max of t. Okay, min of t, you can check max values, min values, you can check. Okay, and likewise you can check, you can create a tuple from a list. Let's just say you had a list of subjects like stats, prob, and then you have gen AI, something like this. And if you want to create a tuple, then tuple of list, you just pass a list, you get tuple t2. Okay, so that, so these are the common methods that you have. And likewise, you have um, accessing of elements. If you see t2 of, if you type t2 of 0, you will get the first element. Same indexing is the same everywhere. Okay, t2 of 1 will get prob, and the same thing works in negative direction also, so you'll get d. Okay, and then if you want to reverse it, reverse tuple using indexing, you can pass the same method. Okay, dcba, you will get it. And for tuples, let's look at what are the methods available. Only two, if you see, only two are available. And t dot count of, count method is applicable to check how many times a string exists. So if I type b is present one time, and you can also get the index of, let's just say c, I want to know, is present at the third position actually. So index 2 refers to third position. So that way, so tuples, there is really nothing much in tuples. And there is one more thing. Let's just say this is t and this is t1. Okay, these two are different, right? These two are different, but if you try to check, uh, okay, this anyway works. But let's just say you had a couple tuples of same values. Okay, a b c d d e, e f, you can compare them. Let's try that also. If you had a tuple called which is your t already exists. Okay, if I type is t greater than this tuple, where you have a comma b, true. So t tuple, if you notice, has a b c d, and I'm trying to compare it with only a b, then I can get the result as greater than true, because it has more elements. Okay, so that way you can do this comparison operations also. Now, is there any doubt in this? If no doubts, then we can proceed. I
No.
mean, uh,
No.
essentially that's all there is to tuples. Okay, tuples are immutable. Certain values like your Aadhaar number, right? Your Aadhaar number never has to change. So such things are stored as a immutable data types. So that's where we utilize tuple. Once you define, you can't get rid of it. But however, if you want to delete the entire, let me try to delete a single element. So in tuple t, I'm trying to delete a first element. Okay, this is my tuple t, you see, abcd, I'm trying to delete first element. So I'll get, it doesn't support deletion. Basically, if your Aadhaar number is saved as some value as a tuple, nobody can modify it. So if I try to delete the entire tuple, that is possible. Entire tuple is gone. If I try to print t, it no longer exists. That is there, but the individual items, they cannot be deleted. That's all there is to tuples. Okay, and any doubts you have here, um, we can probably take a break and then come back for dictionaries at 10 a.m. Okay, maybe breakfast break you can have 10 to 11 or 11:30, till whatever time it takes to complete dictionaries. We'll see. Then we'll continue. All clear here till here?
Yes.
Yes.
Sadik,
Mhm.
index. I didn't get.
This negative indexing, right?
No, no, no.
Mhm.
This not. Uh, index. This one.
Tuple index.
T. Tuple index.
Oh, that's very same. That's the same thing. Okay,
Hmm.
let me see what tuple exists. Tuple T2 exists, right? See this tuple
Right.
T2. This is T2. Okay.
Right.
Index. What it will do is, if I pass index and I say at what position this probability is present.
Hmm.
Okay, if I pass prob, it will give me at first position because the indexing starts from 0, 1,
Right. Right.
2. So it will give me index value, what position it is present, first value.
Eh, Okay. Okay.
So indexing
Yes.
is same for everything, strings, lists, arrays, tuples, everything. Okay, except for
Okay.
dictionaries. Yeah,
Okay. Get it.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay, all right, folks. So we'll connect back at 10 a.m. sharp, and then we'll look at dictionaries. Okay, so I will stop the
Okay.
recording here.